Hey everybody, and we're back again for another fine installment of the Peace Corps vlog of Mike Patterson. Let it all be known that these are my views and not the views of Peace Corps or the United States government or anything else. Had to do in the disclaimer. We've had a bunch of charlas talking to us about you must have disclaimers and you must have all these security concerns. So I'm not going to be talking a whole lot about where I am anymore because Peace Corps is making a big deal about it. But I will say this. I'm not in my training town anymore. If you can tell, I am now in a totally new room in my site. In the Ross, baby. Yep. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'll let you guys take a look around the room. Don't see what harm there is in that. Ba-doom. That's it. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than it was in the training town, in La Paz, but hey, you know what? I like it. It's very homey. I have a complete wall. That's always fun. The lights go on and off all the time though, so be ready for that. But yeah, this is my new site. I'm not gonna say exactly where it is. You can probably backtrack and you can find out where I am. But yeah, it's a really nice place. Out there in the Ross, in the area of the Ross, it's known as Celaya Central. It is in progress of trying to become its own department. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it's going to happen during my service, but hey, you never know. That'd be really cool to be here for something like that. And then I would get to say I'm the first volunteer in this particular department, even though it's not exactly the first volunteer in the area. It's just, you know, a little bit of a play right there. Oh well. Allow me my small victories. So let me tell you about the change that that you can already see in front of you. I am now officially a Peace Corps volunteer. The ceremony was about a week ago, and we all went to Managua, and I wore my very nice three-piece suit, and I got to be sworn in. Basically, it was along the lines of raise your right hand, and I solemnly swear to protect the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, things along those lines. It's basically the same oath of office as the President takes. It's basically what all government statesmen take, basically, I should say. So it was kind of really cool to be actually saying those exact words and having the exact same sort of ceremony, along with 35 other people. And yeah, that was in Managua. All of our host families were there. I had my host dad there, and my little host sister there. My Nicaraguan girlfriend was there, which was really cool. And yeah, it was a really, really neat experience to have them all there, get to see us. They get to hear in Spanish, real Spanish speakers, telling them what Peace Corps is all about. I mean, most of the host families know what it's all about. They've been through this a bunch of times, but it was kind of cool for like the ones that this is their first time. They were really, really excited about that. See who all was there. We had the minister, the head of the Ministry of Education. He was there. He gave a really, really cool speech about how what we are doing is spreading world peace and things like that. So it was really, really cool. I mean, I could only understand about 70% of what he was saying, but yeah, it was really cool. The acting U.S. ambassador to Nicaragua was there. He was really cool. Also another Texan. We're just all over the place here. And then basically after that, we all had big cake, and we all went home, really. I mean, the host families went back to their homes, and we went back to the hotel. Oh, I got interviewed. Can't leave that out. I was interviewed by Channel 11, Managua, Volts TV, and that was really cool. I mean, there should be, if you look on my Facebook page, you'll probably find the actual interview there. Unfortunately, it was taken with a a webcam off of a laptop, so it's not exactly the best feed you'll ever see. Basically, they asked me, "Oh, what's your name? Where are you gonna be? Uh, how long are you gonna be there? What are you gonna do there? And tell us a little bit more about that." So it was kind of a little quick little interview, probably like maybe 5 minutes or so. And then they whittled it down to probably about 30 seconds. Oh well, maybe my Spanish wasn't that good. And then yeah, got on a bus with my big duffel bag and my backpack and headed on out here to the site. Let me give you a little bit of a rundown on what the site's like. It's about 8,000 people. Most of them are farmers, but almost all of them seem to have some sort of business. I mean, there's like a lot of businesses in town, a lot of clothing stores, which I asked around about why are there so many clothing stores, and they said that there's no government constraint about selling stuff out of your house. And the easiest thing for people to sell out of their houses is clothes. They go to Managua, they buy a bunch of really, really cheap clothes, and they come back here and they sell it for a little bit more. That way other people don't have to go to Managua to buy the nice stuff. So, hey, that's really cool. I've also seen like some boot makers in town. I need to get myself a pair of cowboy boots if I'm going to be out here. This is serious cowboy country. There's a beautiful park. I'm going to be posting some pictures of it here pretty soon. It's absolutely gorgeous. Baseball stadium. It's almost finished. It should be finished in time for the season. And we have rodeos in town all the time. We have a gorgeous place to go swimming. That's not a pool. It's like it's a part of the river of some sort. And great host family taking care of me over here too. Let's see. When I visited the Alcaldía, I visited Alcaldea's town hall. Met the mayor. Really nice guy. They were all blown away by the fact that I've only been speaking Spanish for 3 months, or a little bit more than 3 months now. And they just thought that was the coolest thing on the planet. Let's see. They printed up a map for my town. Here we are. I am going to make a larger copy of it. That way I can have it up on my wall where I can see it. There's a gym in town. I can finally get back into shape. If I don't kill myself. I went there and worked out last night, and I think I just did too many hand rolls with the bar that now my arms really hurt. So trying to put that down. What other cool things going on around here? My host sister speaks fluent English, which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I need to practice more Spanish. I still feel like my Spanish is pretty good. I mean, I go around and I talk to people in Spanish. I make daily walks in the town to try and familiarize myself with the routes and things like that, and so that everybody can see me and hopefully will talk to me. I just struck up conversations with a random stranger almost every single time. One time with this old cowboy walking down the street, and a time with this guy, I think he's a government employee of some kind. A mom just was on the side of the road with her kids. She just smiled at me and I started talking to her. And yeah, they're all super friendly, and they all ask, "What are you doing here? Are you a tourist?" is the first thing that most of them ask. Because I'm normally walking around with my big camera to take pictures of the town. Like, are you a tourist? And if you're a tourist, why the hell are you here? This is a very small town for a tourist. And I said, no, I'm not a tourist. I'm here to be a volunteer. And they're like, oh, you're a volunteer. Well, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to teach English. Oh my God, that's so cool. They love English teachers. They especially love foreign English teachers, I should say. Because, yeah, they all remember that their high school English classes were not exactly very fun. They don't feel like they learned very much. They didn't. Except for like a very select few. And so they're excited about having an American English teacher. living in the community and working in the schools for 2 years. I mean, when I tell them 2 years, I'm like, you left your family for 2 years? Oh my God, how could you do that? That's intense. They think that's pretty amazing culturally down here, leaving your family for something other than the most drastic of situations. It's pretty much unheard of. It's kind of interesting. I mean, girls leave their families and usually go live with their husbands' families. Sometimes people leave their families to go work in another country and send money home because they absolutely have to, really. But other than that, people live in giant family units. I mean, until you're married and have your own family, you're living with your family. It's kind of the rule. Kind of like that almost everywhere other than the States, I guess. But, I don't know. We'll see. Well, that's probably enough for my first entry from site as an official volunteer. And I'm going to end it there. And I hope to see you guys next week.